How are you today? I am out and about today and was just called to put together a live message, and it's a message of alignment. And so I was looking up the definition and the etymology of the word, as I like to do, and alignment is really about straightening out on your path, or aligning yourself means to get into place and into focus and set up the stepping stones for your purpose. And here we are in this world where there are so many distractions that pull us away from our purpose and from our aligned actions, our aligned thoughts, aligned beliefs, aligned motivations that will move us forward on that path. And that really got me, because I feel like it's described again and again and again by the ancients, by the elders, and the wisdom that they hold. And I feel it's so important for everyone to understand that you came here with a purpose, with a reason, and you're meant to live your life in alignment with that. And so many people I see have lost that, or they've given up hope that they can actually be that in life because of all the pressures and the money that has to be made and the shelter we have to have and the food we have to put on the table, the kids we have to take care of. And certainly those are pieces of our purpose. But when I was reflecting, I was thinking, what really are the things that we can do every day that put us in alignment, that actually set us up for living the life and the purpose we're meant to? And some of us don't even know what that is, and that's okay. It's okay not to know. Some of you know you have a purpose, but you're not sure what it is. You might have an inkling, though. You might have an inkling of it, and you might have something important to share, a small step that you can take toward your purpose, or just an idea, or just sitting with an idea of something. So I think it's really important for all of us to take some time to consider that. And being in alignment doesn't necessarily mean that your road or your path is going to be straight, but it means you're going to stay on that good road. As our indigenous people here in the North American continent call it, it's the good red road. And it's about staying aligned with your purpose on that road. And there's so many distractions to veer you off of that. You have to use fortitude, and you have to use tenacity, and you have to call on your greater confidence within. And this is something that's been really hard for me on my journey. I know there's a lot of you, the same thing. It's been very hard to achieve that on your journey, to achieve that alignment, or to even feel like you have that bit of alignment, that you can work towards something, and not work in the traditional sense, but work in the sense that it's aligned with your soul, it's aligned with your purpose. So I would suggest step number one is at least playing with the idea that you came here for a reason. You came here not only to learn things, but to give something and give of yourself. And there are gifts, maybe latent gifts. Maybe the gifts are hidden. Maybe you haven't even explored those gifts to the fullest. And it's time to do that. It's time to do that. This world needs people who are in alignment. It doesn't mean you have to quit your day job. You may want to. And some of you have. I know I have. But that's something that's reserved for each person to experience individually, right? You don't have to do that. Make sure that as you are working with aligning in your purpose and moving forward, that you feel safe. It's important. And people have different levels of risk tolerance and safety that they want to have. So I do think it's important to keep that in mind. So if you stumbled on this video, you stumbled on it for a reason, and it's not to ask me questions about me personally or anything like that. It's about you, and it's about you figuring out how you can be in the best alignment with your purpose and with nature, and to take some sort of aligned action, even if that's just playing with the idea of, my purpose might be, I might be able to do this. That would feel good to me. Some of you lead with your feelings. That would feel good to me to do this. And let the mind quiet a bit, because I can already hear people's minds going, well, I can't do that full time. That's just a hobby. I'll have to do that as a side hustle, right? All these things we tell ourselves. And it's time for us to really get embodied with what our purpose might be. And you don't have to figure it out overnight. You may have many different things that blend into your purpose. And so it may take some time for you to really see how that feels for you. And as I was out here today, I started hearing one of my favorite instruments, and I don't know where it was coming from. It was the bagpipes. And if you've ever heard live bagpipes, amazing sounds that just really pull and move you. Doesn't have to be the bagpipes for you, though. It could be something else. Music is a wonderful way to help us get in alignment. And that's coming up for a reason. I think some of you need to hear that message today. Music may be one of your purposes, or it may be a way to help you get in alignment when you're creating and you're in those creative forces. And then I got to thinking too, I was hearing a woodpecker, I was hearing the geese over here, I was hearing all these sounds in nature, and I got to thinking how, on our path, we still get to enjoy things, right? We need to give ourselves permission to enjoy things in a world that is meant to distract and entrap us and pull us into these tensions, right? And so build that into your day. Let that be part of your alignment. Let that help you get into order with yourself. Get into some sort of peace with yourself. Your alignment might mean taking a rest. Maybe you've been hustling, and you need to take a rest, and that's going to pull you into alignment. That's going to bring you some peace where you will know the next best step to move forward. For others of you, you've been waiting, not taking any action. And so there's some sort of active step that needs to be taken to get you in alignment. And that's up to you. But I just felt called to come on and chat about this today. And it's impromptu. I threw together a thumbnail. I threw together some things here, a description, and wanted to come on and just share. So considering what alignment means to you. And if you enjoy these kind of messages, my messages are always meant to uplift and empower and maybe spark curiosity, challenge a little bit as well. But if you're really feeling it, please subscribe. Please hang out. I've got a lot of great content. Most of it's tarot related. But I'm going to be sharing more and more kind of off the cuff. And a little bit more about me and what I do and how I came to do what I do. And it's been that path of purpose. It's been that path of figuring out how I can be in alignment. And there has been a lot of times in life where I have not been in alignment. And I know what that feels like. And I know how that pulls on you. And I know how it stresses you out. And I know how it keeps you down. And now's the time to say, you know what? Even though that may be reflected in my reality, I get to create. I get to create what's new. That's why my channel is called Creators on the Crest, because people who end up at my channel are the ones who are willing to create, and they're willing to admit that they have the power to create, and they're willing to connect with that. They don't have to have it all figured out overnight. They don't have to have it all figured out immediately, but they're willing to go there. So I hope this has been helpful for y'all today. I'm wishing everybody like a super amazing, wonderful day. And I look forward to seeing everybody again soon. Take care now.